what this government has done in a very short period of time. In fact, what the president has done within the last 5 years since he got re-elected will lead him to be re-elected again, like with huge votes than the 2021. Because the first 5 years was a very messy transition for him. He didn't nothing much was achieved. But the past, there was there was explosive development in the last 5 years, in the last 3-4 years, in agriculture, in electricity, in water, in education, in healthcare, in road infrastructure, in social interventions, you name it. And I think Gambians know what they are achieving under his executive, and also in peace and stability, in freedoms, in democracy, you name it. In every sector, Gambia is thriving, and the data tells us that. The data cannot lie. Data tells us that in the economy, we are doing well. In the sub-region, we are one of the most resilient, one of the most performing economies. Our debt to GDP ratio has gone down from 85% to 65%. Inflation has gone down to 10% from 18%. Our economy is growing to 5.9 to 6% by the end of 2025. Prices have stabilized. The currency is stabilizing against major currencies. Economically, we are doing well. We have almost a balanced budget. So, I mean, obviously, to be honest, the government is doing very well. Now, if you want to unseat President Barrow, try something else, but not to come and bring misinformation to the people.
Fantastic. Madi Jobate, thank you very much. He says, here are the figures from the budget from the Ministry of Finance. This is dealing with the People's Tour. In 2020, 6 million was allocated. Over 32 million was actually used. All right? Over 500%. In 2021, again, 6 million was allocated. 43 million plus was used, over 700%. In 2022, 6 million, over 25 million was used, over 400%. In 2023, just last year, 10 million was allocated, over 61 million was used, over 600%.
But that's not the people's store.
Well,
I'll give you the breakdown.
That's what's in your budget.
I'll give you the breakdown. Here. You see, there were 3 tours. There was industrial tour, which was 23 million. No, I mean cumulatively. I'm talking about the Midi People's Tour, 2023. It's not 61 million. There was the industrial tour. There was the President's Leave Holiday, and there was the tour itself, which was not more than 35 million in 2024. And that is a fact. So the 61 million has to do with all these tours, 3 tours put together. But in one tour,
everything was lumped together under Meet the People Tour by the most competent ministry to do that, which is the Ministry of Finance.
The figures I get is that the industrial tour is different from the Leave Holiday plus the tour. As I was talking about the Midi People's Tour, and which is not 61 million.
I just gave you the Meet the People Tour as reported by the ministry most competent to talk about expenditure on the Meet the People Tour, which is the Ministry of Finance.
I've got the figures here. What I'm saying is that 61 million was not spent in one tour. That is the bone of contention here. We are not saying that 61 was in use across all tours, but in one tour, 61 million was in use. In the Midi People's Tour, it wasn't 61 million. It was less than that. If you tell me that with the industrial tour, with the Leave tour, with the all put together, yes, but in one tour, 61 was in use. The manner in which
the Constitution now mandates the President to go on a Leave tour.
The Constitution mandates it to go on at least one tour, at least 2 tours in the year. He can choose to go on 2 or 3 tours. There was industrial tour, which had its own budget. There was the Leave tour, which had to be also funded by the state. The President was going on leave. He has to go with a delegation. But also we have the Midi People's Tour. So all put together, it's not 61 million. That is I'm saying is false. One tour wasn't spent 61 million. That's how ESA put it, like one tour we spent 61 million, which is false.
All right.